Make sure you check out Pod Living Design, ecopoddesign.co.uk. Well worth a look. But of course, these days, arguably, this place, St James's Park, is actually the heart of Newcastle, the city. It's a cold night, but what are the fans thinking tonight, I wonder? What makes City fans special?
Perseverance through all the bad times. And we've had lots of bad times.
It's not so much bad times at the moment, though, is it?
Good times, but let's not get ahead of ourselves, because the bad times weren't all that long ago, were they?
So that's still one of your mantras, is it?
Yeah, make the most of it. It's like the other side of town, they don't know how lucky they've been for the last 20 years, and what goes round comes round, doesn't it?
City fans are special because we put a load of rubbish. We have done for many, many years, but when the good times come, we're still the same. We're still happy-go-lucky lads and lasses. And we're going to win everything this year, next year and the year after. I've had a big apprenticeship for this, Ian. Subbing for years for this. Well, yeah, I reckon I've had my apprenticeship of losing. Wasn't too bad in the 60s, late 60s. I got a little bit back then. Now, magic.
What makes Manchester City special? The fans. You can hear us all now. We're here. The support. We've come over to Newcastle, and yeah, I think it's the fans that make us special. I was literally used to go to school and get tortured by all my friends who were United fans, and now I get to be watching this amazing football and watching the best manager in the world. And honestly, I've never seen football played like we're playing.
Do you think it's just going to carry on like this all season?
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, I can't see a side that can play against us, and even when they do play against us and they put out the tactics are as good as ours or anything, it's like Pep can change the way he's playing and he can adjust and we can beat anyone.
Is there a star this season, would you say?
Sterling. I think the development of him and how he's come on from his finishing ability, getting down the wing, for me, he's been the star.
I think what makes City special is what makes football special, just the enjoyment you get from it. When I come to the games, a lot of my friends don't go to watch their team play. And I come here and they say, "Oh, you're missing out on certain things." But when I come, there's nowhere else I prefer to be than watching us play, even when it's this cold at Newcastle on a is it Tuesday? On a Tuesday night.
Wednesday.
On a Wednesday night. No, it costs a bit of money, and particularly when you go away in Europe, maybe you maybe miss out a little bit on maybe what your mates do and things like that. But when I'm there with my mum and dad and people like Kyle, my mate, then it's really enjoyable, and you sat there thinking, this is where I want to be.
59 was my first match as a nipper, and when you're in following that long, you've seen some things, but nothing quite as special as this. So if what makes City special, I don't know really, but we're special now.
The truth is, you'd be here even if City were bottom of the league, wouldn't you?
Probably, mad I know, but probably would. Freezing my nuts off as usual, but it would be here. Yeah, been there, done that.
It's just in my blood, City. Brought my whole family from the States here. We're over from Dallas. We come as much as possible. But first away day since I was a little lad. So
really?
Yeah. First away day for these lot as well.
It's colder than it is in the States, is it?
Yeah, brutal. It's brutal.
How's it going down over there? You do a podcast over there.
I do. I do the Noisy Neighbours podcast with my mate Joey. It's going really well. Loads of listeners, especially from here in the UK. Much appreciated. Happy to see you're back on the air with City Watch podcast, Ian. Subscribed already, mate. Done deal. It really is a family, a brotherhood, sisterhood, and that's what makes City special to me.
The best thing about City for me is getting the mick taken out of me at primary school, and telling everyone in 2000 we're going to win the league, getting laughed at by the whole school, and now we sing City the best team in the land and all the world, and it's true now.
So you're getting revenge in a way.
Yeah, it's revenge. It's revenge. All them people that laughed at me for the City bag. It's for them.
All the fans getting together just feels like I have a community to be part of, so everyone gets behind the team.
City are just immense. We were special when we were crap, and we're even more special now. And we're the best team in the world now. We've always been the best team in the world in there, haven't we?
Are you giddy at the moment, would you say?
Yeah. I don't need to drink anymore because we're that good. I used to drink to watch City because we weren't that good. Now I don't need beer. We're great. We're the best team in the country, best team in Europe probably, maybe even the world, and I'm loving it.
I was a City fan following on from my dad like a lot of people, and my dad brought me up blue, and that's the way it is.
It's about being a blue. That's all it's about. You can't afford it sometimes, but when you can afford it, you go. It's all about being a blue. It's in your blood, and you watch our blue boys when you can, where you can. No matter what them guys over the road say what money you spend, empty seats, all we do. You've been there, seen you on a Ukraine plane, and it's just about being what you can when you can. Support your team when you can, and we're all blues whenever we can. Do what you want, and we're on it. And watch us come.
I've got to say, we're just blessed watching this team, and if it wasn't for the bent referee that we had in the second game on my birthday, the 21st of August, it'd be 19 on the trot, and we'd be going for 20 tonight.
City win, United lose, oh City. You got me singing the blues. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4. Never felt more like singing the blues.
I'm not sure there are many teams who would still have 30,000 when you drop down to the third tier of English football here, and we did. As the further down we went, the bigger the crowds got. So, you know, what can I say to that? Everybody loves their team. We love our team.
City dominated possession. Should be 2 or 3 up. Probably one of the most one-sided games I've seen in a long time. So Newcastle have to change something in the second half. They have to try and get more men forward, because at the minute they're just giving the ball back to the City defenders, and then the onslaught starts again. So City are dominated.
I know you've been very praising of City on Match of the Day. Is this the best team you've ever seen?
I wouldn't say the best team I've ever seen is yet. I would think they're playing some of the best football the Premier League has seen. You can't say they're the best team ever, because as yet they haven't got a trophy in the cabinet. But they're playing some sparkling football, some football I've not seen in the Premier League, some of the best football I've seen in the Premier League. So yeah, they're one hell of a side with a great manager.
Very disappointed. We changed from 1 touch to 2 touch, slowed it a bit down. Should have been more comfortable at the end than it was, because you get worried when you're only 1-0 up that they might come back with an equaliser. A couple of slips towards the end in our defence, which put my heart in my mouth a couple of times. But I guess at the end it was comfortable. The gap's now 15 points. Who's going to catch us?
Is that a bit of conservative energy, do you think?
I hope that was it. I mean, obviously there were 2 or 3 changes tonight. Some of them forced. I'm sure Delph was injured. He came off early on Saturday. Silva still has the family problems. But still, I thought we were good value for the 3 points, even if we couldn't score more than the 1 goal.
Fantastic to get in. We're spoilt rotten every week, aren't we, watching that? Batter them for 90 minutes, they come out and play the last 5 minutes they wanted to have a go. Bit tense always is at 1-0, but we're a joy to watch, aren't we? Absolute spoil, breathtaking, everything.
Tell him, mate, get him sold!
Couldn't imagine New Year and Christmas any better. Unbeaten, City, have it, 15 points clear. Let's do it.
Thought it was a tough game. We came through it. In the end, a bit nerve-wracking. I thought, you know, sign of champions. That when you win 1-0, innit? Sign of champions. Come on, City! Top of the league!
What we saw tonight, we've been so high up. We've not appreciated that from where I sit at the Etihad. The way they lay out, the way absolutely amazing. It was absolutely blown away.
We love you, City!
As usual, the best team won.
That's
all that matters.
Ian,
With 15 points, just mind that gap. Mind that gap.
We have watched an absolute magical performance tonight. It's only 1-0, but those 1-0 wins the leagues. I think we just might have a hand on it, have a finger on it maybe, a little finger on it maybe.
I thought it was a superb match. Genuinely, I was really worried when Vinny went off. You know, that to me was the biggest disappointment of the lot. I thought it was a workmanlike performance. We took about certainly 80% of the possession in the first half, and we ran the game. I thought Gundogan had a great match, and then up front, I thought we just sort of took the face off a little bit. Great goal from Sterling. Raheem Sterling, top of the league, superb.
Win number 18 then, a very emotional day for a lot of fans, as you saw there. What I would say is that felt like a performance where City were conserving energy, particularly in the second half. I thought they were a little bit dangerous in doing what they were doing, but they got away with it in the end. They had lots and lots of possession without any massive threat, although there were obviously chances in the game. But the main thing is that Fernandinho, for example, didn't get booked, who I thought was superb again. And the players conserved as much energy, risked injury as little as possible, got another victory, number 18, and on we go to the game at Crystal Palace. So see you on New Year's Eve. Especially if you're down there, come and say hello. Don't forget, down the bottom there is a subscribe button. Please do that. And thanks very much to Pod Living Design, who are my sponsors at the moment. And if you'd like to be a sponsor in the future, contact me and let me know, because I do have gaps. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your festive break. Until the next one at Crystal Palace.